What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, and today we're going to go over Cyborg Commandramon, or Etamon Commandramon. This deck probably is going to be called the Underdog. I'm going to call it a black in this format, but guys, if this goes off as well as I'm thinking and working in my head with, I think we have a possible threat and a half to deal with. So guys, let's dive right into the video and see what is in store. So let's dive right into this Commandramon Etamon. So why do I call it Cyborg Commandramon? Well, first off, Commandramons are all Cyborg types, along with the D-Brigade. So they kind of can mesh well with certain other Cyborg support cards that I will mention later in this video, and maybe show you another deck profile version that might focus heavily on a draw engine based around this Cyborg archetype that might help out fuel in for our Darkdramon win plays. So let's go over this list real quick. First off, we have Mishimon. So this one is, if you have a Digimon with the same name as your Digimon, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP for your turn. So this makes this Commandramon 5k, this makes it 3k, this makes it a whopping 4k, and then he becomes a 7k. Really nice to see this well-rounded. It's really good. Next, we do have Mishimon. So while this Digimon is D-Brigade type, it gains 1000 DP. Very easy to get off, but the Surimon gives a little extra more power to be able to take out a body or two. So, of course, we got regular Commandramon, blocker Commandramon, 5k Commandramon, but we also have the bread and butter behind it, Commandramon. This one has an effect with a 3-play cost, 1000 DP. His goal in life is to die. So on deletion, reveal the three cards from the top of your deck, play one Commandramon from among them, play them without paying its memory cost, place the remaining at the bottom of the deck in any order. This is very important, very powerful skill, and I gotta say, it's really nice to see the end result that we have a way of filtering these 16 Commandramons pretty quickly. Next, we do play Sealdramon because blocker and lose to memory is fine by us, but it's also a Cyborg and D-Brigade, so it helps fuel out Darkramon's haste play. It's a 5k, but a 2-cost evolve. Just a fancy blocker. We play Mechanori because blocker. This Digimon can attack. We don't care about that. But when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, unsuspend this Digimon. That is huge for us because we want to be able to take out Rookie Rush boards or really wide Digimon that just want to whack into our stuff. Just those small little guys, we want to just take care of them. Next, Adamon's in here because he's a blocker. He is a puppet, sadly, but his evolution is the bigger one. His becomes a Cyborg type. But when destroyed, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. You may play one level 6 Digimon whose name contains Etamon from among them without paying its memory cost. Put the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. Now that Etamon has 1 and 2 targets to hit, it's very important in clutch because now this card has more viability. Your odds are actually at a higher percentage to actually whack this guy out for free, by the way. And both of these are no slouch when it comes down to it. Next, we have a great Etamon for DG Evolution. So this Etamon is in the EX booster. It's brand new. So when this Digimon digivolves into a Digimon with Etamon in its name from your hand, reduce the memory cost of that Digimon by 1. Both of these Etamons cost 3 to digivolve into. So that means they're 2-cost evolves. That means now it's not passing your turn likely. You can play a little bit more and get another Commandramon out and just continue from there. And also the inheritable effect is when this Digimon includes Etamon in its name, this Digimon gains jamming. Okay, so that means this Etamon can swing in, this Etamon can swing in, and just not care about anything. But what's very important is this Meta Etamon, this Digimon can't be blocked by your opponent's Digimon. And in opponent's turn, this Digimon gains plus 2000 DP. He's a 12k body on your opponent's turn. If you get this Etamon underneath it, congratulations, you have jamming underneath it, and it doesn't matter that it's a 10k. But also, being able not to be blocked is huge for us. We love that. We don't want to be stopped in any way, shape, or form. We are swinging into that security, and that is our goal. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. It's going to die. That is our goal. Then we have Darkdramon. Rush. On play, you may return up to 5 D-Brigade type Digimon from your trash to the top of your deck in any order. Gain 2 memory for each card returned this way. So, remember, fancy little thing about Darkdramon, you need to at least have 3 memory on your side to play this from hand, to gain that memory effect. If you're at 2, you will not be able to play this. You need to be at 3 minimum requirement. So, since we know this, we're good. Next, we have Meta Etamon. So your opponent's turn. For each Digimon with Etamon in its name in your trash, this Digimon gains 1000 TP. On deletion, trigger D-Digivolution 1 for your opponent's Digimon. So, being able to, when it dies, D-Digivolve one of their big guys, especially against Bond decks, this is huge because they want to kill this. If they get this off the board, they will lose their big guy. And that's huge for us. And we like when our Digimon dies. So, next we have Omniman Zuwart. This one is just to play this Etamon back, or your Commandramon back up and set them up. Just really nice being able to trash the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play up to 2 black or purple Digimon cards that has a play cost 8 or less from your trash without paying its memory cost. Congratulations, both Etamons are in that requirement. And then when attacking, you may return 1 level 6 Digimon with this Digivolution cards in its Digivolution cards to its hand. Delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon that has a play cost 12 or less. Huge. Then we play Iron Fist Onslaught because I still feel like having strong options is really good, especially deleting all our opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost. That might mean we clear out a smaller board, but hey, it still wipes out something. Next, we have Izzy. Izzy is if you have 2 or less memories, set your memory to 3. Reveal 3 cards from the top of your deck. If all the cards are black, gain 1 memory. We have 4 targets that are white, and the odds are very slim that this will go off, but to some people, this might hit every single time where you're going to get a white card, because you're just going to go, what the F? Well, guys, I'm sorry, but that does happen. Next, we have Analog Boy. Analog Youth for other people. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon from among them to your hand. Trash the remaining cards. Reveal Commandramon. I read this as reveal an Etamon or Commandramon. Add 1 of those to your hand. Trash the remaining ones and fuel your graveyard with the power you need to clear out your opponent. All turns when when one of your level 5 or higher Digimon with Digivolutions is deleted, you may unsuspend this Tamer. If you do, gain 1 memory, hatch 1 Digimon card to an empty space in your breeding area. So if you promoted something up, and then let's say your Darkdramon died, or your Meta Etamon dies, then you gain 1 memory. And this does happen on all turns. So if this Etamon blocks and dies, triggers, you get a new Etamon out. This might mean you pass turn to yourself, because his rest gains yourself a memory. And if you have both of these out, that is huge because now that's gain 2 memory. So don't sleep on that. Other fantastic cards you might consider wanting to play are, as such, is Pagumon, because revealing the top card of your deck, add it to your hand. If it's a black Digimon card, otherwise place it at the bottom of the deck. We'll have consistency. We want filtering and adding abilities. Kaporimon's just there for our blocker Commandramons and other blocker Etamons, just to gain some little oomph when we swing. Next, her Gurumon is fantastic, actually. So on play, you may trash 1 Digimon card with Machine or Cyborg in its traits to your in your hand to draw 2. So being able to activate Commandramon's, tossing 1 Commandramon in means you +2. That's huge. We're filtering really big for this, and that fuels our graveyard because our Commandramons are just going to go to the top of the deck to field our Darkramon plays. So this is huge. A really good combo piece that really seems to shine most because we are all Cyborg types. Next, possible Shademon if you feel like you need something to come out of security a little bit more and be a surprise guard. Then Guardramon from EX Booster. He's a blocker. That's fine. And then your turn, this Digimon can't attack. That's fine. We're kind of used to Guardramon being this straight up, ain't doing nothing on your side. But it's his traits that we care about. First off, he's a machine type. So that means her Gurumon loves him because it is a machine type. And Android might love him because we can toss. While this Digimon has Machine in its typing, this Digimon gains Blocker. Just a very nice ability all around. But you may trash a Digimon card with Machine or Cyborg in its type in your hand to trigger draw 2. So again, Commandramon, draw fodder. We want to Digivolve on top of him to gain that draw, discard. And that'll fuel our Darkdramon plays. Next, Dark Tyrannomon's just really good. 1 cost evolves. Androidmon's in here if you are planning on playing Ultimate Connection. This combo's only with this, and that is the goal. And it's just another Cyborg to be able to be tossed. You're never going to get his... While this Digimon has a Machine in its typing, this Digimon gains Blocker. Sadly, none of our Digimon gain Machining in its typing. They gain Cyborg, so he's just useless outside of just being a discard fodder for Ultimate Connection, which is a huge card bonus. Then Millenniumon's really good for nitpick removal. Then Alter S is being Alter S, digivolving wide boards and just taking out opponents' threats. Chaosmon's being Chaosmon and just laughing at your opponent. Then we have Ultimate Flare. Again, if you don't know what Ultimate Flare does, it digivolves 3 on one of your opponent's Digimon and then deletes all level 3, all Digimon your opponent has that has a play cost 3 or less. That's huge. We get to control Parablanc Junk. So one of your Digimon gets on deletion, gain 2 memory until the end of opponent's turn. This could be huge because if they give us 1, this card can give us to 3, especially if we don't have the Izzy out. Then we can just go in and get Darkdramon in. That's like a huge thing for us. Ultimate Connection is to toss out the Hyandramon. Really, that's all it's in there for. So, and gain 2 memory and draw 1 card. That's all it's in there. Black Memory Booster is huge because that's what we want. But let me see. Yep, just double checking. And, you know, reveal top 4 cards, add a black Digimon among them to your hand. You could definitely play Izzy Joe combo just if your opponent is building a wide enough board. But here is the next step. I think this is a proper evolution that if you want to do a Cyborg hybrid, like this is where you're going to end. I think this is what you're going to want. Pagomons, Kaporimons, as I mentioned earlier. The Hergurumons being able to discard Commandramons on its to draw you 2 is huge. Then having this Guardramon being able to win attack if trash a card with Machine or Cyborg. Well, congratulations, Cyborg and D-Brigades. Now that's fueling your graveyard. Just tossing fuel to the fire, which will get us our Darkdramon in pretty quickly for free, and that's what we want. Dark Tyrannomon just being a cheap 1-cost evolve just to get us that 1 draw and get into a meta Etamon pretty easily. When destroyed, you know, just trying to get into the metal Etamons, which is awesome because they are Cyborg types, so they are discard fodders for everybody else. And what's really nice is Puppet. Sadly, this requires Machine, so we're never going to get to that Machine specialist because even Millenniumon's not classified Machine. But all in all, this is what I think a Cyborg hybrid deck would look like. This is what the end result would be. A class of its own. We're using the Commandramon power to just benefit it to the extreme. So, I hopefully brought some light to you guys. And So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the Commandramon Cyborg deck. This deck is probably going to surprise a lot of players, and I feel like under the right circumstances, under the right pilot, this deck is going to go off. I might miss something, but maybe somebody else will pick up on something, and hopefully this gives you the right stepping stones to get into EX Booster properly. So guys, remember, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace! Where'd my mouse go?